What is a mask? Something with which we hide our true identities. Every morning I wake up and I wonder, what mask am I going to wear today? The mask we wear at home is different from the mask we wear outside, and the mask we wear outside is the closest to our true identities. This is why I've decided to give up clothing. Now you might be asking yourself, or rather asking me, but to yourself, since this is a video, you can't directly ask me. Okay, you might be asking, why are you wearing a diaper? Isn't that clothing? But you see, the thing is, I can't necessarily go balls out here on YouTube, and this extra absorbent, like overnight padding diaper is the only thing thick enough to hide the outline of my monster cock. So, first of all, how has everyone been? It's been a little bit of a hiatus, you could say. Not for any good reason or anything. Honestly, I've just been kind of a little lazy, you could say. But I've been playing a lot of video games. I found this really cool TV, and it's like 25 inches. Don't worry about it. I've been doing good besides the whole no clothes thing, because it makes it kind of hard to, go out and do things. Like you can't go eat Oriental. You can't go to Walmart to buy more adult diapers. And let's get this out of the way now before any assumptions are made. I don't do anything in these. In any way. I wear them. That's it. That's all I do. I don't poop in them. I don't pee in them. And I don't do any weird things. So before anyone says anything about that, just wanted to get that out of the way. So as I was saying, very hard to go out and do average things. So yes, as a result of that, I am now wearing a diaper because it is the closest thing to being nude as I can get without actually being nude and breaking some sort of law or policy guideline. And it's very freeing, besides having to wear this whenever I'm presenting myself to the public. Whenever I'm not, I can just take this off, and I am living life. You ever hear of going spread eagle? I'm going spread. Spread dragon, because my cock is so big. I'm sorry. So, have you guys seen the news lately? I mean, come on. It's crazy out there. And I've been thinking, like, I have this platform and I could be doing something about, sorry, there's a bug in here. I feel like I should be doing more. Starting today, I will be using my platform for good only. You should expect my next video to be revolving around the latest political news. God damn it. And maybe even some economic talk, because I tell you what, the price of gas these days is just bizarre, just astronomical. Earlier today someone asked me, "Hey, what's up?" And I said, "The price of gas." And then I said, "You know what else is up? The price of groceries." So, have you seen the new Markiplier movie? I think it's called like Five Nights at Freddy's or something. And I really enjoyed it. There were some parts that didn't really make sense. Like, I don't get how robots are like sentient. because robots aren't sentient, so that's kind of like a plot hole in my opinion. Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on. Oh, that's gonna need some stain remover. Well, you know, I guess they make bleach for a reason. Where was I going with that? I don't even remember what I was talking about. Anyways, I've been playing a lot of Guitar Hero lately. I really like it. It's been very good for my wrist because if you noticed, I was in a cast for a while. I didn't really show that too much on on camera because again, I've not been uploading lately. It didn't really have anything to do with I fractured my scaphoid. So I was in a cast for a while, for 12 weeks. 12 whole weeks I was in a cast. And so what I started doing was playing a lot of Guitar Hero to help regain the strength in my fingers and in my hand and in my wrist after getting out of the cast. You see there's a cast right there that I was in that. And so that's been very fun. I really like it. It's a really fun game. I really like activating the star power and everyone claps to the beat, and it feels like I'm really playing to like a crowd. It's a surprisingly immersive experience. I played Rock Band a little bit. Never really played Guitar Hero, but I've been getting into that now. I'm way into it now. It's fun. I've been playing just a lot of video games in general. It's what I do a lot, especially since I have to spend a lot of my time inside now. Oh, you might be wondering about this. So we might have some issues down the line because I went to Lowe's. Yep, I already explained all this to you. There was a guy there who was with his wife and I don't know, like 15 fucking kids. She had like way too many kids in my opinion. Oh, gross. And he didn't really enjoy my display, you could say. Now, this was before I discovered the extra padding diapers. Because, there's a reason we upgraded to those. On the way back from Lowe's, I got some. He got a little mad. Next thing I know, his wife is calling employees over and asking for security, and this dude's stepping up to me and he's like, the mom's like corralling her fucking 15 kids, and we were in the woodworking section, if you catch my drift. Things got a little heated. He took a swing. I took an axe. Hatchet is technically a hatchet. I'm not going to go into it, okay? So all I'm going to say is if you want to enlist your kids in any local schools, now would probably be the time. So anyways, left there, went to Walmart, on my way back, picked these bad boys up. Here I am, and presenting them to you all, here on YouTube. And, I really do like these. They're very comfortable, honestly. I didn't realize just how much I missed wearing diapers. Again, with the whole nude thing, I want to be nude, but the diaper isn't that bad. It's like, it's like you'd rather eat apple pie, but if you're going to get, an apple pie sweet, like an apple pie candy flavored like apple pie, but it's not actually apple pie, you'll take that, because that's still good anyways. And sometimes it's pretty... I'm rambling, sorry. Sorry, I'm paranoid. Oh, I also picked up this industrial light at Lowe's on my way out as kind of a parting gift, if you will. I didn't use the cash register. At that point, that option was not available to me. So I took that. I kind of just took things I was just sort of grabbing things as I was running, because it's like you step on one rat, you might as well step on the whole family, That's a bad analogy to use in that context. You eat one brownie, you might as well eat the whole pan, right? It's like, I already committed one crime. Let's commit a few more. Doesn't matter. Look, at this point, if I get caught, it's going on. You kidding me? a couple theft charges. It's just sprinkles at that point. So my nipples are getting very cold at this point, which indicates to me that I need to turn the heat on in the house. And that's another thing that I really like about being naked in the modern day. Because back in the day, I'm sure it was just as freeing, but here in the modern day, you can be butt naked and totally room temperature. Because we have air conditioning, at least here in the US. Over in some primitive, parts of the world, like Europe, they don't for some reason. And so I like to just sort of adjust the heat to my body temperature. When my nipples get a little too hard, I turn the heat up. When they get a little too soft, I'll turn the heat down a little bit. Maybe turn on the AC a little bit. By the way, how many videos have you seen online of people dying from clothes? Right? Like they get their tie caught in like a paper shredder, or like their sleeve of their jacket, like it's caught in an industrial taffy maker, and they and then they get all they turn into like human taffy or something. Well, it could have been all avoided if we were going butt naked. Something else I really like is listening to music naked. Because usually when you're listening to music, you can tap your foot, you can tap your head, but when you're naked listening to music, you can tap your, it's like kind of like you gotta kind of dance. It's not like a helicopter per se, but it's sort of like, sort of do it to the rhythm of the song. Just sort of hanging out, Sometimes I'll just be hanging out, just sort of listening to music, like, and imagine I don't have this on, right? Imagine it's just out there, right? And I'm just like, and this is like a drink or something, and I'm like, so at this point, I go through about a bottle of whiskey in about 3 or 4 days, and I'm starting to think maybe I should switch it up because I get really, I'm tired a lot, and my stomach is pretty commonly feeling very icky, especially when I wake up after drinking a lot and I feel very sick. And what I do is I open a soda and I drink the soda, and the carbonation helps me, it like sort of get rid of that feeling in that sort of gross feeling from drinking too. What is it? Here's another issue I'm facing. My friends, for some reason, have stopped talking to me, and I don't quite understand why, because I have not changed at all. Maybe it's them who have changed, but I am perfectly fine. Think about it. If somebody can't be around you naked, are they even your friend? Because at the end of the day, you need somebody to be there for you, whether you have a suit on, whether you have a sack of potatoes on, or whether you got one sock on. I'm not even saying where the sock is. True friends are there for their friends when they're asshole naked. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day. I'm gonna go take these off and sit back, play a little Guitar Hero, get my axe out and start shredding. So, again, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day. Let me know what you think about my revelations in the comments. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me. If you disagree with me, you shouldn't. Thank you all for watching. I already said, how many times have I said that? I love you all. Have a great day.